Let what you do. Let what you do.
What about a prophet by the name Isaiah? Isaiah 45 verse 7. Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7, PJ.
I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
I, the Lord, do all these things. Brother Isaiah. In this text, God is presumed to be the creator of light and darkness. He is also further ascribed as responsible for the creation of peace and evil. However, if we simply juxtapose this assertion of statement, clear description of God's creation in the beginning, you will see God's character explained in the beginning in Genesis. Genesis 1:31, PJ. Genesis 1:31.
And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day.
Everything God had made. So he can't be forming light and darkness. Everything God had made, behold, it was very good. So he can't be the one forming light and darkness. He can't be the one forming peace and evil. Moses asserts it clearly that everything God made was very good. This implies that we can readily state that evil is an absence of God. An absence of God. Evil is an aberration or a perversion of the good that God made or that God intended, which means someone or something else is responsible for evil other than God. In just the same way that sin is not a creation of God. God never created sin. Sin is the absence of God, or sin happens when God is absent. Adam brought it into the world by disobedience. Romans 5:12. Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, not by God, by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin. So by vicarious liability, man is responsible for sin and man is responsible for death. Sin and death by sin. And so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned. Let's look at the prophet Amos. Also had his own wrong perception of God. Amos chapter 3 verse 6. Amos 3:6. Light of the world. Read for me.
Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it?
Here he employs the use of a rhetoric. I'm talking about prophet Amos. The prophet, based on his understanding, seems to present God as being the one who both does good and evil. Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord had not done it? Again, this text presents to us that nothing evil can happen in the absence of God, or that evil exists because the Lord has done it. This assertion has been fueled by the belief that God does everything in the earth, or that because nothing can happen in the earth without God knowing it, it means he did it or permitted it to happen. And this submission is therefore that evil is part of a result of God's permission or a result of God's action. However, if you look at this assertion, it holds no water when it is carefully considered that God, the omniscient one, his quality of being all-knowing doesn't qualify him to be the all-doing. The fact that God is all-knowing does not mean he's the one that is all-doing. In other words, many things do happen in the earth today that are outside of God's will, outside of God's plan. Yet they happen because they can. For example, what is God's will? To have all men to be saved and to come to the knowledge of the truth. Why did Jesus die? To save his people from their sin. Are all people saved from sin? No. Why? Because God gave man the freedom to choose whatever kind of life he wants to live.